Hi, welcome back to another episode of Random Rants with Random. I'd like to start this episode today with a story of bravery that I heard on Triple J. This brave girl tells her story to hopefully stop it ever happening again, but unfortunately this happens a lot. This girl was raped, then she started suffering depression. The family went to a psychiatrist. Not long after, the psychiatrist decided to hospitalise her in the psychiatric ward. It was a male and female cohabitated ward. Not long after entering the ward, the biggest, scariest bloke in the place walked up and threatened that if she didn't let him rape her, he would hurt a nurse. So later that night, when somehow this bloke got into her room, she just lay there. After he'd brutally raped her, she continued to just lay there, hoping the nurses would come in to help her soon. Sometime after, the nurses came in, demanded she get out of bed and strip naked so they could examine her. The government department responsible for this atrocity need to really lift their game. On to the episode, entitled Seriously Serious Science Somewhere, with my First Nations host, Yungambay Bunjalung. Official press releases. This episode, I'm really excited to announce to the world that I have a world exclusive. I shit you not, Bungie. A true story. More on that later. Apparently, there are photos online of me in drag. To that, I formally proclaim, show me all these photos you have, and I will show you someone that has a lot, and I mean a lot, of photos of a bloke in drag. Are you okay, Bungie? Serious shout out to Are You OK Day. You do an amazing job of raising awareness and trying to prevent depression and suicide. Keep up the amazing job, guys. I would like to mention my unmentioned roadie. No, not my 1989 Honda VFR 750, my ever-present faithful Bungie/roadie/Master Sensei of Bullshido, Sensei, stay away from our kids, Jeffrey Marsh, Dan, Sensei, Yungambay Bunjalung. Due to an amazing amount of hate speech on social media, hashtag Black Eyed Peas, where is the love? I feel I am the force to apologise to the people of the world horribly crippled with duck syndrome. What's that, mate? Also known as LMS, for towering my Sasquatch privilege over you all. I refuse to stop this behaviour, as I am quite the sizable unit. I would also like to make it clear that although Chewbacca, the Wookiee, Big Sookie more like it, although a subspecies of the Sasquatchilian species, he is just like that weird pronoun second cousin that everybody can't wait till they get drunk and pass out on Dylan Mulvaney's new alcohol collab with Midori, entitled Delusion, but unfortunately has to carry on like a 2 Boba Fett watch with all the cussing of a Tatooine sailor. Still with me? Time for a news update. World first exclusive. Still to come. Northern Territory News is the website to look at for this story. Recently, world-famous zoologist and crocodile specialist Adam Britton has pleaded guilty in Northern Territory Supreme Court to charges of animal cruelty and bestiality. If you're a dog lover, proceed with caution. Hashtag no pun intended. There's some graphic details. News just in. His wife has changed her name to Pariah Poi and is moving to the USA, naming Hawaii, Wyoming, West Virginia, and New Mexico as her preferred states. Hashtag living my best bitch life. Shout out to Matahari. What a load of bull. Science time. I think I may be coining a new phrase here, or just continuing to look like a tool. Awesome mariachi band, by the way. Wormhole education. What is that, you may ask myself? It is the education you get when you go down a wormhole on the internet. But it comes with a warning from Yoda. Careful you must be. Icky some wormholes are. Do not lose your mind. Careful you must be. Okay, seriously serious time now. I was thinking this very day, is lithium the same as iron, as in dietary iron and iron used in ice manufacturing? Love you, Katie. So I tried a newly developed education 1200 techniques called wormhole education. So whee, down I go. I discovered what I did indeed discover. Yes, only one form of remotely hard to find lithium. Lithium, on this planet at least, is a finite resource, which scientifically speaking means it's as rare as rocking horse shit. I previously knew that lithium was used in medicines. What medicines, you may ask myself? More on that later. So for all our sakes, please keep up, humans. Here's 6 of my 5 key points. 1. Lithium, finite resource. 2. Lithium-ion, battery-powered, explode into a burn for 30 days inside a newly invented firefighting tool called simply shipping container full of water, EVs. 3. Surprisingly, worldwide increasing manufacturing of these batteries refuses to square peg into round hole with finite resource. 4. To one of the very cunning linguists, George Lucas, the 4th point is now the -1 point. Remember that medicine bit? All the from mild to wild mental illnesses / conditions in the world need lithium. There is a glimmer of light though from an e-scooter blaze. 4. All the problems meaning you get sweet FA from recycling lithium-ion batteries. The absolutely awesome news is Elon Musk's ethos of be part of the solution, not the problem. He has developed a Telsa tailpipe puffer. Get your lithium here, pure as. How expensive is that going to be, you may ask myself? Don't worry. It's on the government knows this, but still pushing unrealistic fossil fuel cut-off dates, PBS, cheaper medicine scheme. The cure to this is going to be hard to find, right? You're damned right. It's going to be harder to find than trying to find a boner in your budgie smugglers. To all those budgie smugglers out there, fuck off and leave our budgerigars alone. Yes, with only 6 other options other than lithium-ion batteries, it should only be as hard to find as a Golden Gate time on a hot, only getting hotter, apparently, day. Fun math time. There's 98 kilograms of lithium in an EV. The average pill weighs 0.3 grams, which equals enough pills for 9 people to have one a day from birth to 100 years old, or 18 people for 50 years, which is closer to an average. Time for the joke. Prince Valiant, Dan Andrews, and world-famous zoologist Dan Britton go pig hunting. So off the boys set on their hunt. They grab their rifles. Prince Valiant's a traditionalist, so he likes to use the bow. Shortly into their hunt, they come across a boar pig wrapped up so tightly in a barbed wire fence that there was no way that it could get out or turn around and gore you or cause any harm. So the boys decided to leave it there to keep it fresh in case they didn't find something later. So as they walked past, Prince Valiant gave it a slap on the rump and said, "Oh, I wish you were 90s Kylie Minogue." Dan Andrews walked up, gave the pig a slap on the bum and said, "Oh, I wish you were Xi Jinping." And then world-famous zoologist Adam Britton walked up. The 2 boys were pretty keen to hear what a world-famous zoologist might have to say on this situation. So expectantly, they watched him turn around to say, "I wish it was dark and you 2 pricks weren't here." And now, unexpectedly, world exclusive. That's right, you are hearing this for the first time on Random Rants with Random. Salty Saltmire is a name only true legends know, but this man is about to become famous. Move over, nostril lame dumbass. In 1993, Salty was involved in an explosion while testing a highly controversial prototype Valiant gear selector that exploded, creating holes in the old Black Valiant's floor. No toes were harmed in the incident, thankfully, just some temporary flash blindness and permanent hearing damage. After the hotbox smoke cleared, Salty carefully examined his modifications and proudly exclaimed, "Dang! See what I've gone and done here? I've just invented the speed holes. In 1993, a full 15 years before Cletus Buckler from The Simpsons stole this innovative performance modification on that 30th day of May in 2008. True story, Bungie. Hashtag Life Predicts The Simpsons. Shoutouts. Little Trev. You're like the son I'm glad I never had. You've done well, mate. You have risen above the shit that surrounds you. When are we going to go fishing? Don't forget the required PPE. Jared Wright. The only human to be a computer pen pal with a Sasquatch. Jim. I'll hit you over the head with this piece of angline. Last name redacted. Hashtag fuck, you're lucky you didn't try it, Bungie. Prince Valiant Speed Shop, only known by legends. Mad Dazza, for all the science content not found using Wormhole Education or my own tech/science departments. So that's about it, awesome people out there in Tubelandia. Oh shit, almost forgot. Paddy Pie Moriarty from Larimar, Northern Territory. Where are you, Bungie? You and your four-legged little bro. But strangely, not your hat that you would 100% not leave the house without. Disappeared without a trace, never to be seen again. Friends say, I hope you weren't just dumped repeatedly out of a grey nomad's window 5 kilometres from a truck stops for the crows to pick at. I want you to look online for Paddy, and if you find him or believe you think you know what happened to Paddy, comment below. Hashtag think twice before you try the pie. Alright, another quick shout out to Russell Brand. How you going, Bungie? I heard the Popo are looking into charges now. Bruv, it's well a topsy-turvy justice system you got there, innit? Media reporting to cops. Shouldn't it be cops reporting to media? Good luck, brother. One enlightened being sends his love. I also have a controversial story along these lines. Back when I had a girlfriend years ago, I come home one weekend and she was very snooty towards me and wouldn't talk to me. I couldn't work out what was going on. Eventually I said, look, what's going on? Just tell me. And she told me, oh, so-and-so told me that you come and demanded to see so-and-so to see your baby. And I'm like, what the heck? She's like, yeah, that's your baby, isn't it? And I'm like, no. I made out with her drunkenly at a party one night and that's as far as it got. So hopefully I don't have the media chasing me in another 20 years. Anyway, keep it real on the back wheel.